Hey guys, what's going on? Banana156 here with another video. Remember to subscribe, like, comment, do all that stuff. Make sure to leave a comment. I do read all comments. If you dislike the video, leave a dislike, and if you disagree with me, leave a comment. We can have a conversation there. But yeah, in this video, if you guys didn't know, Cpac was this week, and I want to talk about it a little bit. So, the first thing I want to talk about is the 7-point plan to restore Donald J. Trump in days, not years. It's a card that they handed out to anyone, to everyone that went to the convention, and I just want to talk about it a little bit because it shows how off the rails the Republican Party is now, and how fascist they are. So let's read it and just go through it. Reveal Achilles' heels. Pull back the curtain on the horror show that is today's Democratic Party. Watch Pelosi melt like the Wicked Witch of the West. See the Black Caucus and other key groups flip unexpectedly and watch the tables turn. First of all, what does that even mean? Reveal the Achilles' heel. Pull back the curtain on the horror show. Like, what horror show? Like, what? What are you going to show from the Democratic Party? Like, all the people that already don't like the Democrats don't like them for irrational reasons, or are socialists who will vote for them anyway. And like I just don't understand, like, what horror show is there to show? Because like everyone knows what they are, or everyone hates them for irrational reasons. And then watch Pelosi melt like the Wicked Witch of the West. That's the dumbest wording I've ever heard. Do you think I guess it must be a metaphor because, or who knows, they're pretty dumb, but I don't know how to I don't know. But that's just, God, that's my favorite point. But I don't understand how any of this works, because there's nothing to pull the curtain back on, and everyone who's already a Democrat will continue to defend the Democrats. And yeah, the people that don't like the Democrats either don't like them because they're fascists and have irrational reasons, or are social democrats or socialists who just want them to be better and want to eliminate capitalism and all that. So the next step is witness a trusted conservative elected as Speaker of the House, and finally reveal suppressed results of existing investigations into election racketeering. So I don't know how this works because the Democrats have the majority in the House. I don't know how you just flip them. I guess they did say the Black Caucuses and other key groups flip. They won't, because if you are, they just won't flip. That's just never going to happen. And next of all, there's no way that it's impossible for the Democrats to lose the majority right now anyway. It's impossible for that to happen. So yeah, there's that too. So the next point, and the existing investigations into election racketeering. All the investigations are fraudulent, or all the investigations aren't legitimate, and they're all performed by fascists who just want their guy in power. They're not legitimate investigations, so don't believe them for a goddamn second. The next point is correct the official record. Reveal that Trump legitimately won the 2020 election. He didn't. The next point is the Speaker of the House drafts articles of impeachment for Biden and Harris. This goes back to the other thing. How did they flip the House? It's not, the election's not for like another year. Like a year and 4 months. You can't flip the House yet. You can't, and they've been trying to file articles of impeachment, like Marjorie Taylor Greene was filing articles of impeachment the first day she got there. Nothing's gonna happen. No, it's not working. Citizen Donald J. Trump, the next point is, Citizen Donald J. Trump is placed into the line of the presidential succession behind the vice president by electing him Speaker of the House. It doesn't work that way. This just proves that the Republicans don't even know how the government works, and they need like an elementary civics lesson to understand that this plan is just the dumbest thing I've ever read. And this just shows how off the rails they've gone. That's only point 5 though. We got 2 more points, which will be fun. The next point is Speaker of the House Donald J. Trump then calls for a vote to impeach, charge, and remove the imposters, Biden and Harris. I still don't understand how he got there. Like, how do you flip the House? It's not an election year. It doesn't work. They need some. They don't understand. There's, or I guess a military coup, but they don't talk about that. But yeah, Joe Biden and Kamala Harris won the election. They are not imposters. Yeah, just no, this doesn't work. And the last point is duly impeach, charge, and remove Biden and Harris, whereby rendering all acts of said impostors while in office null and void and of no effect. Then duly elected Donald J. Trump resumes his rightful place of the U.S. president as U.S. president. I could go over how that point is completely inaccurate and impossible, but I want to focus on something else. His rightful place as U.S. president. That's like divine right to rule, isn't it? Doesn't that sound like that to you? Like it's his divine right to rule. That's what it sounds like to me, and that's how a lot of the mentality that fascists have, and they are all fascists. And if this doesn't prove that they are completely against reality and they have gone completely off the rails, I don't know what does. None of the points in this plan make any sense, and the wording on it is just very funny, but also dangerous. But yeah, that's the 7-point plan to reinstate Donald J. Trump in days, not years. Don't understand how any of it doesn't work. It's just straight up, it doesn't work. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is Don Jr. Spoke there, and he said some stuff, but I just want to point out the fact that he looked like he was on drugs. Like he was just out of it, and made incoherent jokes and was just out of it. I don't know what else to say about that. Next I want to talk about it. Oh, I forgot her name, but she said that under a socialist Marxist government, Taylor Swift wouldn't be able to make music because it has to be approved by the state, and women aren't allowed to have rights in socialist Marxist countries, which is just wrong on every level. It is wrong, and it is just no, that's not how socialist governments work. Well, that's how fascist governments work, and that's what you probably want. But yeah, that's how fascism works, not socialism. Socialism is designed to exalt freedom and liberty of the individual. It is the ultimate libertarianism, or the only true version of socialism. Any form of socialism that is authoritarian isn't socialism, it is state capitalism. The next thing I want to talk about is, this person, Tomi Lahren. So, Tomi Lahren was there, and she made some tweets. And I'm just going to read the tweets and talk about them. So, the first tweet here is, hearing how some conservatives treated Caitlyn Jenner at Cpac makes my blood boil. There's no room for hate in the America First movement. We believe in freedom and we believe in limited government. The way she chooses to live her personal life harms you in no way. So first of all, that's not very conservative of her. The official position of the Republican Party and conservatives is to hate transgender people, so not very conservative of her. But don't worry, she makes up for it. These are some past tweets in the past month. Funny how the it's all about science argument doesn't apply to transgender men competing in women's sports. Bernie punched himself in the face, Pocahontas pretended to be a Native American, Beto still pretends to be Mexican, Julian Castro wants to fight for transgender abortion rights, and Yang believes we all deserve a check for being born. The new Gillette ad features transgender boys shaving for the first time. Isn't it? It's a little much to normalize and promote high school-aged kids undergoing hormone therapy and gender reassignment, don't you think? The military is not a social experiment. My final thoughts on the transgender ban. All of those tweets are against transgenderism when she was just supporting a transgender woman. She is not pro-trans. She is not. No conservative is pro-trans. They will just do anything to get people elected. They have no principles other than power and contempt for the weak. They want to take power and oppress everyone below them. That is the only position that conservatives have. And I just wanted to point out the contradictions of Tomi Lahren's tweets. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that's all I wanted to go over in this video. But yeah, this was my first news coverage video in a while. But yeah, I just wanted to go over Cpac because it was just it was the dumbest thing I've ever watched, and I wish I didn't watch it because well, I got a video out of it, but and the 7-point plan was honestly the dumbest thing I've ever seen. And if you want to see it, you can go to Andrew Solander's Twitter. He has it there. But yeah, thank you all for watching. Remember to subscribe, like, dislike, do all that stuff. Comment. Make sure to leave a comment. I do read all comments. But yeah, thanks for all the recent support on the videos, and I will see you guys